I'm the sports professor, Rick Horrow. Welcome to Beyond the Scoreboard, Inside the Mega Events. It's a trillion-dollar sports business, to be sure, and about 50 to 60% of those dollars are wrapped up in the mega events, the championships, Super Bowls, All-Star Games, World Series, Wimbledon, tennis majors, golf majors, NASCAR championships, IndyCar championships, Ryder Cup. All of those too numerous to mention. I'm in my office to kick off the show, but I'm not here a lot. I'll be on the road on a weekly basis to bring you the inside tips from those major events. The balance sheets, who wins, who loses, the interviews, how you put on the events, and how you sustain them. This is all brought to you by Edelman Financial.
Money doesn't come with instructions. That's why we created Edelman Financial Services to help you with everything from college and retirement planning to managing your investments, helping you achieve retirement security. We're among the nation's top financial advisors. Come see how we can help you.
Sports professor Rick Horrow covering the globe, mega events. Today is a huge event in South Texas. The McNeil Mavericks and the Leander Lions. Thursday night lights, but it's Friday night lights. It's big business, high school football in Texas. I noticed a couple things before we even start. First of all, I'm from Florida. When I go to a high school game just to see it, piece of paper getting the rosters. Here is the McNeil Mavericks program. Cost me $3. I'm already behind the 8 ball. Then you get a extra point high school, college, entry, where are the stars going, where are the rosters. There are 5 of these preseason magazines that are happening before the season starts. It is indisputable that high school football is big business, certainly in Texas, other parts of North America. 167,000 students playing high school football in Texas. 11% of the male high school population, by the way. It was 15%. In fact, there has been a reduction. We all understand that. 2010, there were about 1.1 million kids across North America playing high school football. There's been a 7% drop. And 40 states have experienced drops in high school football participation. Cause for concern? You bet. But there are people doing something about it. Pop Warner has instituted some safety programs along with USA Football. In fact, we've spent some time just south of Austin. Hill Country Pop Warner League has started a new program teaching young kids how to tackle, believing that it's going to be safer if you teach them repetitions at a young age. And some schools are actually going to 7, 8, 9-man football, thinking that it's safer. In fact, there are schools around Texas that are actually increasing the number of programs. So, big business clearly. What about some of the other issues, though? You take a look at facilities. High school football in Texas is like none other. Texas taxpayers spent about $73 million on high school stadiums that put many university facilities to shame. What might seem like outlandish excess to outsiders, it doesn't faze hometown fans who see their high school teams an extension of their community's unity and grit. In fact, a high school in Allen, Texas recently spent $60 million on a high school football stadium alone. Companies are realizing how much exposure high school sports across the country are receiving. So they're signing new deals for naming in exchange for funding. For example, New Balance recently gave $500,000 to help renovate a high school football stadium in Massachusetts in exchange for naming rights. Voters with the St. Michael Albertville School District of Minnesota recently passed a $36 million bond referendum with more than $20 million for athletic upgrades that included a 4,000-seat all-purpose stadium with field turf and a 9-lane track that'll be covered by an inflatable dome for use during winter months. Get that, an inflatable dome stadium for high school. Demand for athletic facilities grows. More districts will face tough decisions on how to meet those demands. High school sports big, high school sports in other contexts beyond just football, even bigger. An additional 15,000 participants in girls sports programs. The overall number of participants in high school sports increased for the 29th consecutive year last year, according to an annual high school athletic participation survey conducted by the National Federation of State High School Associations. Participants in high school sports last year, an all-time record high of over 7.8 million people, with 11-player football remains the number one participatory sport for boys by a wide margin, even though we said it's decreasing. track 2, basketball 3, baseball 4, then soccer. Outdoor track and field leads for girls, followed by volleyball, basketball, soccer, and fast pitch softball. Top 10 states, well, California and Texas, obviously Texas, New York, Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Florida, Michigan, New Jersey, and Minnesota. Bottom line is big time participation all over, and football leading the way. The other issue, though, as far as facilities is concerned, it gives people a unique opportunity to move forward and do other things. So here's the example, and here's the bottom line. Cheer, fans, football, unity, community, it's all really important. This is a big program. We are deep in the heart of Texas, so participation may be decreasing, but there are obviously ways to deal with it, and people are aware of the issue. High school, Pop Warner, college, it's all part of the big feeder system, and people understand it's not just the community camaraderie, it is big business, not only all over North America, but deep in the heart of Texas. Sports Professor Rick Horrow, spotlight on the mega events, high school Friday night football on a Thursday night in Austin, Texas. Round Rock to be clear.